G'day folks, welcome to another edition of Talking SANFL. Round 17 done and dusted, and we're getting so close to the finals. It's going to be a frantic finish for the last couple of spots for the finals. Daniel Menzel is here. G'day Menz.
Hazy, great to be here. And again, every week we don't know what results we're going to get, but there is no way we could have predicted what happens on this weekend just gone, round 17.
How's this for a stat? The last time there was a round with 2 draws we're not sure. We're trying to find that out, so we'll do some digging on that. But let's start with the Iperform insight, and we'll start with one of those draws rather. South v Port, 15-7-97 to 14-13-97, an outrageous finish.
Was an outrageous finish. Port had their chances to put South Adelaide away. They had the extra 5 scoring shots at goal. South did come home strong and could have actually won it themselves, but it's an interesting result because if Port had won this game, it pretty much would have shored up their finals. They would be in. Instead, now they play against Centrals this week, needing to win to guarantee a spot in the finals. So it's very interesting what's happened with this result, as was the next game, which was West Adelaide versus Norwood. West Adelaide at home, 10-16-76, drew with Norwood as well, 11-10-76. Unfortunately, it means West Adelaide wins their 5th straight wooden spoon.
Which it doesn't seem like they're a last place side. They've been so close on so many occasions, and we've said for a long time, they're so close to knocking off a big side. Norwood has obviously had its struggles this year, but West Adelaide, even though it's on the bottom of the ladder, it still feels like the Bloods are heading in the right direction. Yeah,
they definitely are. And in terms of win-loss, you look at it, and Adam Hartley will look at it, that last year they had 3 wins, they've now got 3.5 wins. So for a side that's lost the likes of Tom Keogh, Caden Brand hasn't played at all this year. They've had a few guys go out as well. They've had experience from Logan Hill last season as well. So they've lost a lot of big names and a lot of depth. So to be able to win at least as many, if not more games than last season is definitely an improvement on last year.
This game was very, very interesting indeed. Sturt v Adelaide, of course, it was at Only Over. It looked like for the longest time that Sturt were going to knock off the Crows. Credit to Adelaide, they came back, got the job done with a seriously undermanned line. 11
listed players in this game for the Crows. So for them to come out and beat the Double Blues at Wigan Oval is incredibly impressive, and it probably is a sign of what we're going to see in the final series, that we've known they're a legitimate contender all season, but now they are almost the favourite to win it, because if they can do that with 11 listed players at Adelaide Oval, they're going to be hard to beat.
This game have made the race for the top 5 very interesting. North taking on Centrals. The Dogs got the job done by 2 points. Menz, it might have been the right time to play North though.
Yeah, it probably was this week. It was at Prospect, so you'd still back North in at home there, and Central's form away from home hasn't been great, but North Adelaide had Campbell Coon go out with suspension, Aaron Young was also out with injury, and Alex Spina didn't quite get up. So 3 of their most important players missed this game, which in the end definitely cost them, and they're going to hopefully get all 3 back for next week, because now what that means is North, Centrals and Port, all of them are vying for the last 2 spots in the top 5.
If 100 people put tips in this weekend, 100 of them predicted the Eagles to go down to Glenelg, and that's not what happened at all.
No, it's not. The Eagles, they had 13 less inside 50s, but it's good to see them kick 100 points. 16 goals 8, 104 to 12, 10, 82. It's the first time in 2 years the Eagles have kicked 100 points. So it's rather incredible. They kicked 100 points 5 times in the premiership season in 2021. So it was good to actually see the shackles lifted and see a bit of ball movement and some good ball movement at that club. And the Glenelg, look, I feel like it was one of those games, they're getting into finals, they're getting ready for finals. It was one that maybe they weren't quite on, and Liam McBean was also laid out. So it's definitely one that they won't be disappointed at, that maybe it's not the worst loss to have.
Let's have a look at the ladder now. We expect the Bays to finish it off and win the minor premiership. Top 3 is locked, as we know. 4th, 5th and 6th. This is a really interesting game. It's going to be a very interesting finish.
It is going to be a very interesting finish. We mentioned the wooden spoon was wrapped up with West and Glenelg. If they win, they finish top. But if they don't, Adelaide has every chance to jump ahead of them and take that minor premiership from them. But as you mentioned, Port, Centrals and North, this is incredible. Port, 8 wins, 1 draw, 8 losses, as you can see on the screen there, followed by Centrals 8 and 9 and North Adelaide 8 and 9 as well. The percentage difference between Centrals and North Adelaide is 0.51, which is roughly 10 points. So what we'll see this week is Centrals take on their game against Port Adelaide and North take on Sturt. So it's amazing that North Adelaide in 6th position, currently outside the 5, could lose this weekend and still play finals.
It's amazing, isn't it?